I'm Thomas Hicks, Chairman of the United States Election Assistance Commission, and we're here today to discuss election workers' work to service one of the most sacred rights of American citizenship, the right to vote. Across our country, thousands of people take time out of their lives, not only on Election Day, but for weeks leading up to it, to assure that our election process runs smoothly.
Pages from those Facebook ads, we can target it based on keyword or people's interests, location even within the city, the neighborhood that they live in.
Key messages are important regardless of the social media channel that you're using. Anything like getting to what motivates people who have been volunteers in the past, I think is really important. Again, regardless of what social media channel you use.
We also engage all our different diverse populations. Everything is translated. Word of mouth is also very important. We engage those that are already working for us.
We have a disability office within the county. We work with them to try to get in contact with correct groups if we're trying to reach out to voters who are disabled or to potentially election workers in that possibility. Everybody know that we don't really care what you have, what's going on. We're going to find a spot for you because there's so many different functions in a polling place. We can utilize you accordingly if you're willing to serve.
We used to do 1 month before, because if you train them 2 months before an election, come election day, it's very likely that they'll forget a lot of the information. So you have a conflict that you have to have the poll workers ready to go, but you have to make sure that you train them as close to the election as possible. So
we use online training as a refresher tool. It's because we're training 14,000 people, it's really hard to get all of that training in the month before the election.
All our classes are in person, they're not online. But we're in the middle of producing videos that will train how to use forms or train how to do a certain process. So they're 5 to 10 minute videos that will show how to do a particular function.
So I think we all agree that you need online, you need video, you need hands-on, you need interactive.
Actually showing a visual of how to process a provisional voter for those poll workers that were visual learners, and so they could see the process of what the provisional ballot would look like.
After every election, what worked, what didn't. We get their feedback constantly on what works best for them.
Recognition, something very simple like printing out a certificate from the county commissioners for all the poll workers. You can't really say this one did better than the other, obviously.
And going and knowing that they're being recognized by the commissioner that they have elected provides this camaraderie between the judges. And we've found a lot of success with that.
We always send out a thank you letter, and we also put in the statistics. How many voters did they serve that day? What is the percentage? And they are so proud to relate to that.
Irrespective of whether it's recruitment, training, dealing with poll workers themselves, I would say that you need to have an approach and solutions that are simple, durable, and flexible. I think those are the 3 core elements that you really have to look at. Well, what is the data telling me to actually make the changes that are necessary? So irrespective of whether it's recruitment, training, or like I said, election workers, don't be afraid to change things up and try something new. If it doesn't work, you go back to the drawing board and you try something else.